Alright, let's get Riven started. Start saved game. Alright, we were looking at this thing. Now, there is one thing that I saw when I was reviewing the VOD of last night's stream. I want to go check something. Means going to the third island. Oh. I also added yellow and red to the VU meter thing at the bottom. They're just kind of in arbitrary positions, the yellow and red, so they don't really mean anything, but I just added them in there for like for the look. Red is hard to hit, but if I go there you go. There's a little bit of red. Basically, that plugin that I'm using for that VU meter didn't support colors like that. You can do a gradient, but you can't do colors like that. So I just made 3 VU meters and cropped them so that they, work together. One for each color. I also need to test something. The next time we go in one of these trams, I have to pay attention to the audio again. Actually, no, the audio, I'm still baffled at the reversed audio in this game. And the frog was also reversed. So, yeah. I don't know. It's weird. So, I mean, this is the fan power switch, which is on the bridge outside for some reason and not next to the fan. But, it's missed, so what are you going to do? Or actually, it's Riven. Okay. I just wanted to check something out in here. I just wanted to check something out here because this was a thing, and I saw this. I saw that in the video, and yeah, it's letting me look at it, so that means it is a thing. Which makes me think it's a thing like the other thing that lets you stop that thing, that dome, it's a power dome or something? That dome from spinning so that you can access the contents inside. Now, that means that we probably have to get down where the frogs are, which means I don't think we're done with the frogs. can't eat the frog. I would love to get into that one because, or at least get into the place where we can put in the access code, because I want to see if that looks the same or if it looks different. I don't know why it would look different, but it might look different. And we never really figured out what that code was. I have a hunch that it's numbers, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna run out of pellets if we keep doing this. Yeah, you can see that it's gone now. But I can't do anything with that. Alright, well. Maybe now that that's down, I don't know what would be different, but I'm gonna close the door, right? Remember to close the door. Eye on the wall. Like, do you? Are you talking about? Are you talking about this? Oh yeah, I think that this is the. I don't. Well. So on that fourth island with the map of the islands, there was a mechanism that when you clicked it at the right time, and I think it's when like you look through it and then there's a button on top and you click it, and then if you clicked it at the right time, then it would stop and open this thing. And I think it's when that golden one is in frame, although I just clicked it and it worked. So, in fact, I wasn't even trying to do anything. I was just clicking it, and then it just did something. But I think that's what's happening. Yeah. So I think that's what this is. Like, from this angle, you can see that it's like a tube. And then you're looking in the tube, and it kind of looks like an eyeball, but it's like... I think that's the same type of thing, and... if I'm not mistaken... that means we've got to get down to where the frogs are. I can only look up from here. And I have to keep like reminding myself that not everything in this game, I think, Not everything in this game is... Like, if you can look at it, doesn't mean that it's useful, you know? Not everything is useful. But, okay, do we have a frog now? We do. Ever since Mist, and that one thing where I didn't realize that I could click while there was like a animation playing, I've been trying to click when there's an animation playing. Well, I should probably see if the frog does anything different now. With the fan off, I don't know why it would, but the fan is off. So let's see. Also, sometimes I click and it doesn't click. It doesn't click the thing sometimes. There's water down there. You can hear it. Okay. Well, what about here? Is there anything here? Okay, we can't specifically look. That's the power cord for the fan. Where does this end up going? Oh, just up into here. Okay. It's like the extension cord for the fan. You, again. They put the thing behind the, when you open the door. I was like, okay, let's just try closing this door. They can't possibly have done it again right after exactly the same thing. They did. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, see, there's one of these things. One of these contraptions. Oh. That's not... Okay. I see what it's doing now. It's like playing the animation of the... I didn't quite understand that yesterday. Yeah, there we go. It's like a rotoscope. Yeah. I mean, I think technically that is what it is. Oh yeah, see, it's got one of, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So you can move and grab these and move them. And okay, if you look close right there, so it's like these are number 5, like these are marked by 5, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Right there. Is that a smudge or is that a 6? Because that is this number 6, right? So it looks like it's either a smudge or a 6, but whatever, that is number 6. And 6 is the first number on the dome access code. So in that journal that we found, there was a dome access code. It was written all in the language of, I guess, like the local language or whatever. And we learned the numbers. We learned the numbers from that little game in the schoolhouse or whatever that was. But I think I got I think I got number 3 and number 8 backwards. But anyways, the only problem is none of the other symbols there really lined up with symbols that represented the numbers. Now, if you kind of combined 2 of the symbols, then yeah, you could make it work. Like, if you combine the symbol for 2 and the symbol for 5, and then you rotated it 90 degrees counterclock, then you would get one of the symbols here. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's 7. Although, doesn't matter which way that it's being rotated. Hang on now. But it doesn't make any sense, because sometimes it's rotated and it's just the one symbol rotated. So I was thinking if you rotate it one way, you'd subtract them. If you rotate them the other way, you'd add them. But I don't think that's how that's going. I don't think that's how that works. Okay, I also want to just take some time and, this might be a little bit of a trek to get back there, but we'll see. What's the fastest way? This way? Yeah, this way, because this way I can get right back to that island. I want to go to the second island. Back to that schoolhouse and just confirm my numbers. I need some number confirmation. I also have to remember where I parked that underwater train thing. On. Let's go. Okay. Um... Oh, this guy's back up there. I still think that's probably not a good thing that everybody that they're alerting, like that this guy's alerting everybody to my presence. You know, thinking that's probably not a good thing. Now, did I park this thing here? Or not? Yes, I did. Okay, we're at dock 1. We gotta turn around. This map that I drew is very helpful. I'm very glad I drew the map of this. Okay. Let's play this game for a little bit. See what we got. That should be 6. Uh-huh. Okay. 3. That is 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's how I wrote it down. This symbol means 8, and then there's the one where it's exactly the same except doesn't have this line in the middle, and that means 3. But in the journal, it was written as this symbol and then an RD after it, which means third. But this is actually 8. So what does that mean? That's confusing. That's confusing. Okay, now I want to go back and read that journal again, because the game wouldn't have a mistake in it, right? Like, that's got to be on purpose. Okay, so like imagine this. Imagine if you hadn't gone here first, like if you hadn't figured out the numbers first and you read that journal first, you would assume incorrectly or maybe correctly. I don't know what's wrong. The school could be wrong. You would assume that that character meant 3 just because of the RD at the end for third, right? But that doesn't change anything. It doesn't change any of the numbers that I have written down for the dome access code. Actually, no. Let's go down here. Let's go back to the third island. So now my brain's just kind of thinking of like what could that possibly mean, and it's just the only thing I could think of at the moment is that 8 minus 3 is 5, and 5 is a very special number here, but I don't think that's anything. Nope. Well, I'm guessing I'm gonna check behind every open door at this point. There's nothing I can like else I can do in here, is there? What was that noise? Oh, was that? Was that Twitch? I don't. What is that noise? What's? I don't even know what. I've heard that before, but I don't know. Huh. Anyways. Maybe I don't have enough information to open this yet. But it kind of feels like... I don't know. On the fourth island, there's not a whole lot to do. I mean, there's a few interesting things there. There's the thing under the pathway, and then you can make the islands bubble up, which is basically the topology of the island. And you can then go view the topology of that island in that room for some reason. And then you can try opening this thing over there. So I think I had thought maybe that the one symbol that I'm missing a guess for the number here would be 22. But that's as a stretch. But I can try that. 22, and then the next highest would be 12. Yeah. Really? Yeah. And then 7, and 6, and then 4. But that's not right, though. Yeah, no. I don't think that's 22, then. Okay, let's go read this guy's book again. His journal. So here, oops. Yeah, it was this. What was on this page? Last week, while monitoring the situation of the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to... Oh, yeah, they was swimming out to this object that appeared to be floating, but anchored, or the object removed, but then it came back. And it's like these artifacts, these things. So that is the number 1. That's the number 1. Okay. Oh, right here. We're on the page. We're on the page. Okay, due to the rebels' continued disturbances, I've decided to install a coded access system into all of the domes. Hmm. Yep. Okay. Is this the layout that was in the other, like, actually in there? Or is it... that looks different. Maybe it's not. Work on the central power... Work on the central power source got off to a bit of a bad start, I'm afraid, but the pace has picked up considerably since then, and I anticipate no further delays. I'm looking forward to finally having a civilized mode of transportation. And then he talks about the rebels' continued disturbances. He's put coded access systems into all of the domes. It's this symbol here that's really, really strange. That's like the number 2, because the number 2 is this piece, but it doesn't have this extra line here. Okay, so 12. So this looks like 6, like without changing it. This looks like a rotated counterclockwise 7. This one I don't know. This one looks like... Okay, well, okay, so that's either a 3 or an 8. According to the school, like this bit here, according to school, it's a 3 plus 4 here. I don't know, because this is just very strange. No, but we did see number 5. Like, it did actually show up on the game, like when I went back there. Number 5 is basically a square with a horizontal line through it. It's like 6, but now see 6. The way you make a 6 is the symbol for 5, which is a horizontal line through the square, and the symbol for 1, which is a vertical line through the square. You put those together, and then you get 6. And then that's the symbol for 6 is those together. I don't think it's the old man that that made this puzzle. This is, yeah. But you see what I'm saying? Like 5 plus 1 is 6, and... Hang on. Five plus 2 is 7. Oh, I just figured that out. It's base 5. It's base 5. Yeah. Because like this okay, this is 6. This is for sure 6, right? Because you have 5, which is the horizontal, and then plus 1 is the vertical line, and that whole thing is 6. And then if you look at it, 7 is 5, and then the symbol for 2, which is essentially this, except you have to rotate it. Yeah. Okay, so 5, 6, and then 5, or 5, 1 is 6, and then 5, 2, 7, 5, 3 is 8. Yeah, that still works. 5, 4 is 9. Okay. And then 10. 10 is kind of this. I wonder if rotating it means something. Okay, well, so this one here is three. It's rotated though. Maybe that means 13. Maybe that means 13. You rotate it once counterclock, and then now it's... But then how would you know this is completely symmetrical? Like, you wouldn't know what 16 was. Right? I think the rotation does mean something, but I don't know what it could mean, because this doesn't matter when you rotate it. Well, okay, yeah, maybe, but the serifs are all the... So this is rotate the inside without the serifs, rotate the inside of that clockwise, and you get the number 4. But the 4's serifs are the same as that. So... the rotation must mean something. Now here's the other thing. Okay, right here. It says, so we got 9. This first one here is 9. And then this is 8. Except he's written RD. Maybe that's another clue. I don't know how. Oh, if it's base 5. Well, I guess it could be an N, but okay. If it's base 5, there is no 8. Right? This would still end up being a third. Like, I guess that could be an N. Where has he written another N and another R? Maybe this is a clue saying that it was base 5 and not base 10. Yeah, but you're right. That could be an N, but I think it's an R. I think that's Erd. I think the N's... There, so here's an N, and there's an R. I think that's an R. And he just got through talking about like a connection to number 5. We was talking about the number 5. So right here, the previous page. While most of my constructions have been based on dunny designs, I see now that the ones I have imbued with the power of 5 are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and I believe the most structurally sound. And I think he was talking about like how important the number 5 is, and it's something that I noticed too, right? So I think it's a base 5 system. So this would still be like whatever this is, whatever this number is, Erd, right? So because if that means 8, then in base 5 that's like 1, 3, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, back to these. But here's the thing, those inputs on the domes aren't numbered. I mean, somebody may have written a 6 above number 6, but whatever. They're not numbers, they're notches, and that isn't necessarily a base 10. In fact, that is base 5 because they're split up in sections of 5. But it doesn't matter. They're not labeled as anything, right? So it's just you have 25 to choose from there. I think this is 20 in base 10. I'm not sure. Because I don't know what the rotations mean, right? Like, Huh. This is so dumb. But what if this is 14? This one. It even looks like a 14, you know? Like, what if the rotation is... Because I know what 4 is, and I know what 9 is, which is the next order of magnitude in base 5 would be 4, then 9. I don't know what 14 is, but what if they rotate it once, and then that's 14? Okay, let me... And it even looks like 14. Like, it even looks like 14. Not that there'd be any lore reason to make it look like 14, but it looks like 14. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out based on this information. So 14. This one is... It's rotated, and then it's... So... It is a... well, okay. Part of it is rotated. So... I had written down 12, but that's wrong. And then I thought, well, maybe it's... Like this one here is what I'm looking at. But maybe... I know you guys... It's hard for everyone to follow along because I am looking at my notes and everything, and you can't see that. So I'm sorry, but I don't know how else to do this. Okay, so the part that's rotated is the 3. So we got 3. All right. See you later, Jade. Thanks for hanging out. So 3. So 13 plus another 4. 17. Okay. This one I think is 20. Well, now let's think about this. We've got 1, 10, and then it's rotated. No, you know what? That's a 2, not a 10. I thought I was looking at this as the 10, but this is a 2. So we got 2, and then it's rotated counterclock. Oh, I'm onto something. I can just feel like I'm onto something. I don't know if it's right, but I'm onto something. So 12 and then plus another 2. See, but that's also 14. So that's not it. Okay, the middle one's still confusing me. Let's skip the middle one. Okay, this one. Oh, and this one's ambiguous too. It's ambiguous because... Or is it? Okay, well... It's 2 and then rotated, so that means 12, like 13, maybe. Oops. And this one is still 6. Like, I feel like I'm on a path, or at least I'm on a... It feels almost right, but also still wrong. Okay. I think that's probably wrong. 17, 14, 13. No. Oops. Okay, I gotta look at these again. So at some point, though, there is a need to go to a second character. You know? Like, they don't just keep piling everything on. Yeah, double digit. There is, at some point, they do go double digit. And I had just assumed this was, like, just analogous to base 10, but it's not. So, like, I thought, like, this is 9 and this was 8. So, like, 98. But that's probably not right now either. Are there any more examples of numbers in this journal? Hmm. Yeah, it is. I read it all yesterday out loud. And they just talking about these. Okay, so here's... So to me, if I was just to read that, I would think 99th age. Actually, you know what? It probably goes up to 50, right? It probably goes up to 50, and then you need a second digit. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Because this is... Well, okay, so 9 would be... 1/4. So this is 1/4, 1/4 age. Not that that really means... Actually, no, because I'm just substituting Just substituting. $28. Yeah, but we have, I'm assuming, like it's not, so it's based around 5. It's maybe not even, it's maybe not necessarily base 5 because we have characters that appear to go over 10. Oh. I figured that the rotation had something, instead of doing another digit, I figured the rotation had something to do. I was guessing, well, I thought maybe, but I don't think so now. Like this one, so this curved line here, forget about this curved line at the bottom. This curved line here, that means 2. And then what does the, we have to figure out what the rotation actually means, you know? Because I don't have that right. Because we had 2 numbers here that ended up being the same number. So that can't be right. Like this one, if I was right and this was 14, then this one also ended up being 14 in how I was thinking of how it worked. So if this was 2, then rotating it meant, because we already have one for 7, right? Rotating it meant going to 12 and then plus another 2, which was 14. So we already have 14 if that's how it worked. So why did I think this was 14? Oh, yeah. No, but see this. Okay, so we already have a character for 7, right? So imagine this one here rotated clockwise 190 degrees. That's 7. So I was thinking, well, it can't be that. But what if we went instead of adding another line or another symbol in the mix? What if we rotated it and that meant at that point, you know, the next order of magnitude? But it's not order of magnitude, but the next. I don't know what to call it. Power. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, if I knew what the rotation meant. I don't know what the rotation means. And sometimes it gets ambiguous, right? Like, this looks like it's a rotated 7, which, in my line of thinking, that means it's... see, that's weird. So what this would be... The rotation is weird because you can't rotate any of these. Well, one's already been rotated, technically. This one is 6. That one is 6. And the way that you get that is 5 plus 1, because 5 is a horizontal line. through the middle of the square, and 1 is a vertical line through the middle of the square. And you smush those together, and then you got 6. And that's how the first... So the first 5 digits are whatever, they're a symbol. And then the next 5 digits, so 6 through 10, or actually, no, not even 6 through 10. 6 through 9, so the next 4 digits are a combination of 1 through 4 plus 5. Because 10 is 10, we have a symbol for 10, and that's a completely different symbol than any of the other ones that came before it. Yes, all the... Well, not... They don't have it going up the center. They have it going horizontally through the center. Not vertically. Because remember, the symbol... I wish I could show you, but the symbol for 5 is a horizontal line through the middle of the square. I kind of want to go back to the... Someone made Unicode for these. Yeah, maybe. Here. We're going back to school. I feel like I almost understand the number system in this game. I feel like I almost understand it. But I just don't. Like, I don't understand it completely, and the rotation is what's screwing me up. I don't think they got into the rotation in the school, but maybe we should go back and check. Maybe we need to go back to school. And... and check it out. What also is not helping is that the order I've written down these symbols on my paper is not in any order. It's just randomly... because that's the order that they came up when I was playing the game. So, I don't have them written out 1 through 10. It goes 4, 3, 2, 5, 6, 1, 8, 7, 9, 10. So, I'm always just looking around my little thing here to see what's what. This page is getting pretty full. Maybe I should start a new page. I wonder... No, there was another one of these lookout stations on the other direction where you can... I wonder if there's anybody manning it. Because we really haven't figured out this area at all either. We just kind of figured some of it out. Okay. Okay. So you see this right here? That's the number 2. And the one door access code number had this, but then it also had the same thing, but it was rotated so that there's another one of these curved lines on the bottom. So I don't know what that means. Okay, so this is a good example. This is the number 8. And the number 3 is the same thing except minus this line in the middle. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, maybe that number is 12. But we already have a 12. Sort of. I mean, this number's 10. This one's 10 right here. But the one with the I got one, the middle one that I don't know what it is, and I don't know what any of them really are, but the middle one has that curved line like as a 2. I don't think 2 is a rotated 10 because this is more pointy. I think. Because how would that make sense if 2 was a rotated 10 or 10 is a rotated 2? How does that make sense? Like I get the adding the line, so you add 5 whenever something has a line going through the middle of it horizontally, you just add 5. Okay, let me just think about this a little bit. We actually have, I was thinking about this wrong maybe. I was thinking about it wrong. 5 is a rotated 1, yes. Yeah. You could think of it that way. So maybe 10 is a rotate. Maybe it is. Maybe they rotate it every single time. So then... Oh. You know what? Having 10 being a rotated 2 is starting to make sense. It's starting to make sense. So 10 is a rotated 2. Yeah. 15 is a rotated 3. 20 is a rotated 4. I bet you that's what it is. I bet you that's what it is. I have too many things written down here. Okay. So the first one is 6. I'm pretty sure we know that the first symbol is 6, because that is just plain old 6. The second symbol, we've got a rotated 2 with a line. So that's 11. That is 11. The third symbol is a rotated 2 with a with a 2. So that's 12. Third symbol is a rotated 3. So that's 15 plus 4. That's 19. And then the last symbol is a rotated 4, which would be 20. Okay, let's head back. I think we've got it. I think that's it. If this isn't it, then if this doesn't work, then I've probably messed up my thinking about this a little bit. But I think this just feels right, you know. There was no 0. Well, there was no 0 in the game, which I actually noted on when so I was kind of waiting to get all, like, the first 10 numbers, right? Like, I was waiting for it to go from 0 through 9. And then I got a 10. So I'm like, oh, I got 1 through 10. Okay. No 0? Maybe they don't have a working concept of 0. I mean, that has been a thing in civilizations in the past, so. We've not seen a 0. We've not seen a 0 yet, so. I don't know. Square with nothing in it would make sense, though. It would make sense to us, but who knows? Oops, I clicked on the book. Okay, let's try it on this one first. Okay. So 20, 19. Oh, and these numbers make sense now in that they go in the right order. Well, if you read them backwards, they do. 12, 11, come on, 6. Oh, wait. I was like, oh, it didn't work. Because they all... Oh, shit. This is the... This is the 93rd or whatever. Because this is still 9. And that is still 8, and it's a 3, right? What do I do with this? Oh, didn't he say something about stuff being blacked out or something? Am I trapped here forever? I don't know. No, I'm not. There's a button on the floor. Okay. Okay, interesting. Oh, it feels good that we figured out the number system, though. I like that. Hey, Kranos, that was you saying that 2 is a rotated, or 10 is a rotated 2. That's what actually got me thinking. I was like, how is that even possible? And I was like, yeah, how is that even possible? I was like, oh, that is how that works. No, so this game is like, it doesn't have any, like, game over scenarios. You know? At least I don't think so. Well, the first game didn't either, except right at the end, where you got bad endings. 2 out of the 3 endings were bad, right? So, that's kind of like, that was kind of like one of the things for these games, is that there's no, you can't really die. It's just puzzles, right? It's true. It's true. But yeah. We're have to like read through this journal a little bit again, just because I need to refresh my memory of what he was saying about pages being blacked out or something. I'm just gonna skim this. I don't know where that was in here. Because here's the other thing. Let me just back out of here for a second. The other thing was, I found a book in this guy's, like, oven or whatever. It's not an oven, like a safe. Looks like an oven. Actually, I think it is an oven. It's got like a... Yeah. So this also, it's... Yeah, it looks like it's burnt a little bit, but it's also got a blacked out page. Don't know what that's about. And look, it's got like a chimney thing. I think it is an oven. Or a fireplace or something. Anyways, let's look in here. Oh, okay. So that's the beginning. Also, this symbol, that's the symbol for 5, and it's in a 5-pointed star in a pentagon. Okay. Oh yeah, right at the beginning. The latest ink formulation has proven a failure. Even when writing in my most promising books, I obtain only the barest glimmer of a connection. It is frustrating to expend so much effort creating a blank book. Okay, he's talking about blank books. Only end up destroying it when it doesn't work. There are days when the lab is uncomfortably warm from the flames of these failed attempts. Oh, so it's literally... So he throws his books in the oven or in the fireplace, and they actually set on fire. That's what's happening there. Weird. The further I refine each element, the formulations of the inks and paper, the physical dimensions of the books, the more I realize that the list of potential combinations is nearly infinite. It is during moments like this that that I despair. Without access to Dunny, my long-term goals may never be accomplished. Nevertheless, there are avenues of research which remain to be explored. I am discontinuing my regular observations of the stars. Okay. Yeah, this isn't Atris that wrote this, though. This is, Gen or whatever, I think? I'm not even sure. I think so. I think this is the guy that we're here to, like... I think this is written by the guy that we're here to, like, capture or whatever. He starts talking about these things. Okay. I don't think... Yeah, I don't remember... This guy, again. Okay. Well, we've got another place to check. that we can probably open. And then I want to go back to the second island. I know where the spinning dome is there. I've seen it. I just don't know how to get to it. I made a mental note. I don't think I said anything at the time. Oh wait, is this thing not here? Okay. I made mental note of it where I saw this thing spinning. I was like, that's interesting. There's a thing spinning there. But I didn't know what it was at the time. Why couldn't you put that button right next to the dock thing? Which direction am I going here? There we go. Or at least like out here so that you can, you know, look, like just turn your head and look to see if the thing's here or not. I think you can go through this door. Because I saw... I don't know if we'll be able to see it here. Probably not. Yeah, right here. Okay, so there's one of these, you know, call buttons on the other side too. So, probably a place that we can get to at some point. It seems likely. Okay. Whoops. Go over here. Now over here. All right. Well, it's 20. One of the numbers is... Oh, yeah, we always kind of knew that one of the numbers was 6, and I still say that that's written there. Thanks, Melodica. Merry Giftmas to you, too. May all your gifts be bright. That is the same... That is the same number on this book. Yeah. So this is the same deal. Okay. Now here's the thing that worries me, though. What if... Oops. What if I do need to know how to translate that alphabet? Like, I hate those kinds of puzzles. I don't want to do that. Okay, I just want to take a look around here just for a second. There's no, like, hidden doors or buttons. Yeah, there might be, because we wouldn't have necessarily figured out the... Well, I mean, all the information was, for the number system, was in the school, right? But you would have had to really pay attention to what was happening there. Playing the Hangman game over and over. Or just like... I mean... I wasn't really looking at the numbers after I'd written them down, right? And I didn't write them down in order either. I wrote them down in the order that they showed up in the game, which was random. So I didn't make the connection with that, with the, with 5 and putting that line through the numbers 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I didn't make a connection between 2 and 10 either. But I wonder if I would have rewritten them, if I would have noticed that these are just the same now with lines drawn in the middle of them, you know? Like if I almost did that too. I almost thought, well, you know what? Maybe what I should do is just redraw these on a new piece of paper, just put them in order. I didn't end up having to do that, but I bet you that would have helped. Or at least there would have been a chance of me seeing the pattern then. Because just in the random way that I wrote them down now, there's no pattern that you can really see until you start noticing 5 plus 1 equals 6. And those actually I wrote right next to each other. So I have 5, 6, and then the number 1 all right next to each other. And that's kind of where I noticed that combining 5 and 1 made 6. So... I don't know, like, I feel like, you know, usually there's some kind of weird button. This is interesting, but I think that's just part of the rock. I don't think that's a clue. Well, it might be. It might just be part of the rock, too. I can't click on it or anything. I mean, you can't get down there from here. Okay. Okay, I think I want to head back to the second island and let's try to figure stuff out there. Also, the problem with the alphabet is that a lot of those symbols are hard to draw distinctly from each other. So I have them all drawn still on this same piece of paper where we figured out the number stuff, but I don't know. And it's also like, are we deciphering? Because is this just like a straight substitution cipher for English? Because that would be weird. Why would this place have that? Why would this place have that at all? You know? So I don't know if that's what that is. You know what? I want to try going the other way. I know my boat, or not my boat, but not my thing isn't there, but I just want to see. I just want to see what will happen if I go this way. Oh, forgot that they were here. And actually, where I first saw numbers, although I didn't know that they were numbers just yet, was on the backs of those orbs. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I was wondering what happened. Okay, while we're here... Okay, so this is empty now. Probably because I just left and you know. So it's got the number 2 on it. Still don't know what that means. And if I click on this, it'll fill this up a little bit with water. I don't think, like, I'm calling them by, like, number, like, this is, to me, this is island number 2. But that's only because this is the second island that I got to. And I don't think in the world they would call this island number 2 necessarily. It's just the second island that I was on. Right? So... they haven't called the islands by numbers, as far as I know, yet in this game. They've designated the islands by the Tetris piece symbols. They've done that. Okay, where am I going? I want to go in here. See, there it is. Right there. And that is it. I can see the symbols on it. I don't know if I can see one glowing from here, but that is it. Yeah, well, every island has a reactor, right? Can't look up here. Is that what they are? Yeah, they're like, yeah, they're like energy domes. they make energy. That's what they're for, yeah. According to the journal that we read, that's what they're for. I'm not sure how to get up there. It doesn't appear to be anything here that I can do. Yeah, and then we're here again already. That's 4. See, there it is. You can see it from here. don't know what this is for. Maybe for nothing, you know? So look, there's like stairs here and a walkway here. Okay, that's these stairs. Oh, okay, so there's this walkway is up here. Can't look up there. It's a walkway over here. Oh, you know what? It has something to do with this walkway, maybe? There's a ladder there. It's the shadow of the ladder. I don't know if we can look up. Can we look up at any point here? No. There we go. We can look up there. There's something to do with this. Like, because we can stop when we're driving around at the bottom of the lake here. We can stop off at this thing. I'm not sure what we can do there, though. Let's take a look around there. I don't even know what this is. It's those things from Half-Life 2, yeah. I don't know what that sound is. Sounded like a sonic boom, yeah. That's a good question. Now, what it looks like to me, this doesn't go anywhere except for this ladder. So I think, well, it's either we need to get this ladder lowered so we can climb up it, or that's like a quick back to this area once we are up there. But I don't, hang on. Okay, let's go up here. We should be at the switches room now, and I just want to see what I can see from up here. Yeah, there's the switches. Okay, I can't... And how many switches are there? There's 5? Of course there's 5. Okay, that counts for all of those. So I don't think there's anything to do here. I was like, well, maybe there's a switch for the ladder, but... No. This gives you a good kind of overview. Once you know where everything is, you know? That's the school thing. That's the original dock. There's the other dock. And you can see the track here too. Is there a track here? Or am I seeing things? Go here. We go around here. And that's the loop. And then we got one up here and then one here. I want to check this out. So that's off the spur to dock 1. Okay. I don't think there's anything there, but I just want to see, because it looked weird. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. I didn't think there was. That's fine. Hey, Robbie. You are a little late. That's okay. You did miss a bunch of discoveries, though. It may look like I'm just wandering around in the same places I've always wandered around in this game, but we made a bunch of discoveries. Well, at least one big one. We learned how the numbers work in this game. How they write their numbers. So yeah, we know how they write their numbers now. But we're trying to get into... So we got into 2 of the domes because we figured out the numbers. And there's just books in there that have a blacked out page. So we don't know what that's all about. And now we're just trying to get into the dome in this island. And I think it's like... we got to get over to this side of things. Like this kind of walkway here. I think that leads to the dome. But, that's where I don't know. Now I don't know where I'm going, so. Sometimes it helps just to show the person who just came in to watch the stream what we're doing, because then I can go over the stuff and maybe I'll clue into something. So, if we go back here... Oh, okay. So, check this out. So, if we stand here, we can see that there's like a walkway up here. And I think that's connected to that walkway in the other area there. And then this walkway, it goes through here. And I'd noticed this before, but we can see this spinning dome here. It's like the other ones. I didn't know what this was at first. So I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then I didn't really think of it. But that's where it is on this island. So if we go over here, no, not here. Well, yeah, sort of. We can see that walkway here again. Right? If we go a little bit further down the stairs, there's that walkway, and it goes around the dome. So that's why we want to get on that walkway. Because if we can get to this dome, we can open the dome. We probably won't be able to read the book that's in there, but we can open the dome at least. Because we know the access code. And it's right up there too. So... yeah, and you can see it here. There's the dome spinning away. On this side of things. I don't think there's a way to get it from here. I mean, this just takes us back over here. Which, like, there's the shadow of the walkway. And then we're back here, right? So I think it has to be in here. I never noticed this before. It's a little hard to see. Let me back up a little bit. There's like fish people. And a guy. 5 spoked. So yeah, 5 is a very, very important number. Kind of looks like a stick figure, like a triangle figure. You're scared. What's happening here? Got two guys upside down. Is this like that game? This is almost like that game with the random numbers. You know? Because it looks like he's like, well, it doesn't look like he's holding. But there's two upside down people going into these guys. There's a lot of music for this little walkway cave section. You know? This is the only place where this music plays. Well, I don't know if it's the only place, but why would they have... You know what I mean? Clue music. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Go down one. Okay, you can't see it from there. You can kind of see it from this angle too. Right here. It almost looks clearer from this angle. Like this. This is hard to see. But if we go here... Like, that's very reminiscent of that game in the school. It's very reminiscent of the game in the school. I don't know if it tells me anything else, though. Can't quite make out what's on his chest here. It's like a circle and there's something in the middle, maybe. I can't really see that. Yeah, see, that music stops as soon as we leave that cave. Okay, I just had another idea. I'm not gonna say what it is. I just had another idea. It's probably stupid, so that's why I'm not gonna say what it is, but... I am writing it down. Okay, so we're at the wire thing. Yeah, you look at that. That's a little head. I didn't even realize that was a head. That is what's happening here. Yeah, it's yeah, hungry hippo. I thought it was like, I don't know, some medieval trap or something, but I didn't realize that was an eye. I didn't think it was. I didn't realize it was a head. Oh, that's 10. Yep, kind of a morbid game. Yep. Yeah, it's also 10. Yeah. How many clicks before you're bored? That's 6. It seems random. Well, like the number that you get, like this is part of the game, right? It's random. You can even hear like a, it almost sounds like a ball rolling around or something to randomize things. Crouch. Oh, you're talking about that. No, yeah. I mean, it is a certain number of, you know, steps downward. Yeah.
Terekoi Danni, Ki Bayem Revat, Arroyem Betig Tavom, Gabodona Gayem. Ram.
What's the significance of that? You know, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking exactly the same thing. And the second word he said, I think it's the second word, was Dunny, which is the name of the age where Atris is. So I looked here. I just this writing is so hard for me to distinguish which characters are which, you know? Let's listen to what he says again.
Terekoi Danni, Kibayem Rivat, Arroyem Beetig Tavom, Gabodona Gayem. Ram.
Well, that's lengthy. I don't think this maps to what he said. Because this starts with the same. Yeah, he pauses and looks around. Like, he's obviously talking to people, right? He's addressing people. So this here, each one of these lines starts with that. Yeah, and he doesn't. That looks like a number there, but I don't. It's like. A 4 or a 9. Probably no, I think it's a 4. The resolution's a little potato, yeah. It feels like there's something to be done with this little video that plays. But I don't have a clue as to what that is just yet. I don't think so. Let's just try it. Yeah, no, my mouse has gone away.
Terekoi Danni, Kibayem Rivat, Arroyem Beetig Tavom, Gabodona Gayem.
Brom. Yeah, I can't do anything while it's playing, so... He seems very proud when he looks around. It almost sounds like... It's either... like a leader... or... well... religious leader, maybe... like, that kind of thing, you know? Seems like it doesn't seem like it's a bad thing that's happening there, you know? But in his view, at least. Could be bad, but in his view it's not. I don't really trust anybody who is like that in my life. I don't know. That's it's an interesting thing. I just immediately do not trust that person, you know? So I mean, I don't want to sit here and try to figure this out. Right? Like that's like the last thing I want to do, and I don't even know why we would want to at this point. I don't have a reason to figure out the alphabet. Like the only reason why I would want to is because it's there. You know what I mean? But there's no... See, with the numbers, there was a reason. There was eventually a reason to figure out the numbers, and that was for the access code for the domes. But we don't have a reason to figure out the language just yet. Because I don't have a place to put it. Like I don't have a puzzle that's asking for the language, you know? So let's leave. Okay, we were at the school. We want to go to Dock 1, because I want to try my stupid idea. Because 5 is such an important number, I just want to try something with the number 5, okay? I just want to try something with the number 5. I don't know if it's going to do anything. Probably won't. But in this game, you never know, right? So... I'd waste 5 minutes. That's like the worst that would happen. Not even 5 minutes, though. Not even. I guess here's the thing. This won't work because in a metagame sense, we don't ever interact with anybody in these games. So the only way that this would... Well, it could be an automated door, I guess. But... seems weird. Alright. I just wanted to go here. See, look at this. It's got the star. And then I can kind of make out the number 5 in the middle, just like on the books. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. Holy shit. I really didn't expect anything to happen. That was my dumb idea. Yeah, well, we did see one other person right in the beginning of the game. Let's do it again. 1. No. No. I tried 10 knocks that time and it didn't. I don't think it is possible to be killed in this game. That actually scared me. I didn't expect to see a face in that little thing there. Okay. Yeah, so my idea, my dumb idea that I didn't say, when I said I have a dumb idea, I'm not even going to mention it. That was my dumb idea, is knocking on this door 5 times. I mean, it didn't get us anywhere, but something happened. Maybe that's where all the frogs are. I think we don't need to be in this section here anymore. I was actually, when I first got here, my brain was like, oh, we're going to have to explore all these little pathways and things, but it's really just one pathway. Because this doesn't do anything. We can't go over here. I thought we'd have to explore all of this, but I don't think we have to do that now. It's because we haven't had to yet. Like, maybe, but I don't think so. And then the only door that we could go up to would be like this. I didn't realize, like, just how small this door is. Like, it obviously looks like I'm, like, a lot taller than the door here, but I thought I was just standing on something the whole time, but it's actually just a really tiny door. That's also what kind of freaked me out, because the face was so big in that little hole. I'm like, oh, it's a big person. Oh no, wait, it's just a small door. Okay, so this is some legend about feeding people to, like, what are those things in World of Warcraft called again? That's what they're reminding me of. I can't remember the name of them right now. Come on, Kranos. Murlocs? Is that what they are? Yeah, yeah. The fish people. Yeah. In Darkshore? I guess. Hi, Sabrina. Sabrina. Mirelurks are... Well, Murlocs are World of Warcraft, pretty sure. Mirelurks, I think that is Fallout. But I can't remember what a Mirelurk is in Fallout. Okay. Oh yeah, you can see the walkway there. I really want to get up on that walkway. I mean, they're in, there's Murlocs in, is it Elwyn Forest? Like the starting area for the humans? Like right in this like corner, or well, maybe they're not there. Yeah, no, I think, or they're like right on the south shore. Between, kind of like along that river between Elwyn Forest and trying to remember, Duskwood, is that what it is? Yeah, I know. Yeah, Dark Shore. Yeah, I did roll a Night Elf. Was my very first character in the retail game was a Night Elf. Which would have been my second character in World of Warcraft. But... oh, they're all over the place in World of Warcraft. I'm doing pretty good. I think my character, like, I haven't played World of Warcraft in a number of years, but at one point I lost access to my original account, and then a long time after that I contacted support, and then they got me back into my original account, but I think it had been hacked. That character is still there, but it was... I mean, I hadn't played it since like 2006 or 2007 or something. So, yeah. Big axe. And then there's this, like, right here. Which is, like, stuck in the rock. I don't know what to make of that. I keep going back to this. It's probably not as important as I think it is. Well, it might be important, but it's just like, I probably should have noticed this earlier. So... is this? Well, I think we might have made our big discovery for this stream in the beginning. I don't know what we're doing now. Okay, I feel like there might be something I'm missing. Yeah, we learned how to count. Like, am I missing something here? Like, I can look up here for some reason. But maybe there isn't a reason. Yeah. I mean... I know you're home. I saw you. I don't think it's working. I mean, them looking through the little hole in the door was a jump scare. That scared me. Okay, we gotta start thinking of like, where can they hide a passageway? Because that's been kind of the thing in this game, I think, so far, is that they've been hiding passageways behind open doors and things, and there's not really a... Can I click on this? Yeah, behind doors. But there's not really doors in this. Like, there's this, but this isn't really, like, you can see through it. Actually, hang on. Let's just go down here. And let's watch the creatures for a little bit. Like, from right here. Are they gonna do anything? They're just chilling. Oh, I am kind of sneaking around. If you wait... If you wait, then you don't scare them. No, shh. Shh. Oh. Okay. I couldn't go any closer. So... I did try to go even closer, but couldn't. Are they all like the same eye or no? I don't know if they are. That one is. That's the same. What do the numbers on those things represent? I wonder. When I first encountered them, I thought maybe I have to go and rotate them all in the right order, like from 1 to whatever. But number 1 is in the 3rd island on that guy's desk, so I don't think that's it. Oh, you know what this is? This is one of the Murlocs. I just realized that. It's like a monument to the Murlocs. Can't really do much here. Not a lot going on. I was just kind of in a trance there for a little bit. I was just thinking about all kinds of things. Not really thinking about the game. This game is really good at hiding what you need to do in a spot that that I'll never really check, you know? Because either I want to get this ladder to come down. I'm assuming this ladder comes down. I'm not actually sure. Or we need to do something with this this thing. I don't even know what to call this thing. I wrote it down on my map of the underwater tram system as wire, and I don't know what I don't know what that is. Like, is it an elevator or something? Can't really see it from here. Right. There's a good view of it. Yep, don't know. So here's the thing, though. I feel like I should be able to get to this dome on this island, because I've been able to get to that dome on the 3rd and 4th islands. And, this is the 2nd island. I'm not taking a break. I'm just going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds. What kind of drink? Guess, Robbie. You'll probably be able to get it. It's good guess, Kranos, but no. Here, I'll open it. What color, though? Yep, blue Gatorade. Glacier Freeze. Okay, let's try sneaking up again. Oh! Yeah, friends, but also that sound that they made is the sound that you hear when we turn over one of those orbs. I have it on number 4, but it's not this one. Because it sounds like he's saying, hey. That's what I have it written down as, hey. So what does that mean? I'm trying to think of what that means. Hungry? What? So let's go back here. See? What? Why though? What's the connection? I have no room to write this on here. So hey is... But also here there's a sound. At this one there's a sound, right? Like, we get the hey. And then we get that woo 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 sound. I don't think I know where that one is. That sound. Where was another one of these? There was one right at the beginning, right at the... Okay, there's bugs. I also have bugs written down. The owl sound, yeah. But there's also bugs there. And bugs is one that I have written down as one of those orbs. I want to go... here. I don't know what that is. That I have written down as chirp. Yeah, I'm gonna scare them away, that's fine. Um, that almost did sound like the frog sound, yeah. I actually thought that too. But that's in the third island, so... Unless there is a orb with a frog sound that we haven't found yet. Very possible. I don't know if it's a navigation thing. And this one over here is bugs, I know that. Hmm. So the sounds are linked to actual things in the world, but why? What does that help us? Like, why is that a thing? I'm sorry if it seems like I'm just walking around aimlessly, but that is kind of what I'm doing. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I kind of want to... I kind of want to go back and read that guy's journal some more. Because there was a lot of information in that journal, and I want to read about the, those daggers. Because I keep seeing those daggers around, and I forget what he had written about those. Or, I don't know if they're daggers, but, like... Yeah. Those... Those knife-looking things. These. Okay, so 87,329. Chemical analysis of one of the rebel knives has yielded curious results. Its composition contains elements that are unlike anything I have encountered on the islands. It appears they have access to a resource of which I am unaware, perhaps a mine or uncharted on an uncharted island. Note, most of the knives have been found on the south side of the village. This is the same area in which there have been reports of people mysteriously disappearing. I think a closer inspection of the area is warranted. The fact that they leave these distinctive knives as a sign of their presence concerns me. They're growing more bold and seem to no longer fear discovery of their hideout. Okay. The rebel knives. So, right in the beginning, there was a person who helped me escape, right? Because they shoved one of these knives into like a lever that prevented the prison bars from coming back down or whatever. So I think I like the rebels, at least for right now. I have no idea what else they're up to. Although they're disappearing people. Maybe. I don't know how trustworthy this author of this journal is, you know? Like, in terms of opinions on people. So... Oh yeah, they was talking about bacteria. Period of extended boiling kills the bacteria in the water. Oh, okay. I believe the remarkable properties of the water is to be caused by a life form that resides in it. Is this the water that was on the fourth island? What is he talking about here? Okay, he's talking about we can abandon the experiments into the behavior of water in this age. Okay, here's where this entry starts. The last measurements indicate that the recent trend has continued. The movement of the islands has slowed tremendously. My previous estimates predicted a total collapse in approximately 3 months, but with the new figures, I am uncertain. I have merely finished writing the 99th age, I think, and have every faith that it will indeed be a safe place for us to relocate to. Yet it would still be helpful to know what has caused the halt in this age's breakup. Is it possible that it's stable after all? If so, I must discover how this age differs from my less successful attempts. My examinations of the 98th third age thus far proven inconclusive. Perhaps somebody is repairing the damage to the 5th age. If so, it would almost certainly be Atreus' doing. I have reluctantly decided to abandon my experiments into the behavior of water of this age, as these are more pressing matters, as there are more pressing matters on which I must now concentrate, and leaving me little time for such speculative research. For future reference, however, my investigation up to this point has revealed the following. I believe the remarkable properties of the water to be caused by a life form that resides in it, specifically a type of bacteria. I am imagining a motile unicellular organism, but one with structures capable of holding bits of water, whose combined effect, via surface tension, stronger force, causes the composite body of water to move in a response to heat. Prolonged exposure to extreme heat, for example, a period of extended boiling, seems to kill the bacteria, which would explain its dramatic aversion to heat sources. Unfortunately, these theories are still not fully tested, and I remain ignorant both of its deeper nature and its possible uses. I think that's what's causing the weird water on the 4th island. That's what he's talking about here, I'm pretty sure. There's no talk of, like, just humongous weapons, though. Like, there was, like, a huge version of this. And then there was that huge... I don't know, by that bridge where the trees are all cut down, there's that huge thing stuck into the rock. Okay, let's read this again, because they're talking about these. Last week, while monitoring the situation of the villagers from the scope in my survey room, I observed one of the natives swim out to a small object that appeared to be floating, but anchored, near the entrance to the bay. I ordered the object removed from the water for inspection. Several days later, however, I was surprised to see another floating there. The missing object had apparently, and quite mysteriously, been replaced with a new one overnight. I've long been aware of the existence of similar artifacts on the villagers' island, but have paid them little notice until now. Tomorrow I shall send surveyors to catalog the others. So these things just start floating up onto the island. That one doesn't have a noise associated with it, but it's also not in its... Like, it's been taken... Like, you can see where it would be attached into a little thing that would let it spin. There's little spindles on the sides there. So... but this also talks... Yeah, it's been removed from the socket. He also talks about those things in here. Somewhere... Wow, that's a long entry. Yeah, I think this is Gen. I think. Yeah, he knows Atris, he knows Catherine. So the construction of the imagers has proceeded without fault. It is interesting to see how easily I've been able to adapt the Dunny technology to mimic that of the Ahmad. And this guy, I think, right? Like, That's why I'm pretty sure this is this guy that we are looking for, or whatever. I mean, we're looking for Catherine too, right? But uh, in some ways, the similarities between the two cultures were striking. I wonder if perhaps there had been communication on commerce between the two cultures in earlier times. Maybe Kita's people were even descendants of the Dunny. It pleases me to think so. Note, it's possible that if I were somehow able to supply the books with a power source of sufficient magnitude, I could suppress the variance enough to facilitate a solid link. It is doubtful that the geothermal cap generators could provide such an enormous surge. Perhaps I could adapt the fire marbles. I have been cataloging the natural elements of this age for nearly 30 years now, yet still I continue to find evidence of the Dunny's preoccupation with 5. As a boy, it was very clear to me that the number 5 had special significance to the Dunny society. From the ancient heraldic emblems of the ruling elite to the humble homes of the commoners, it was ubiquitous. The presence here is obviously a direct reflection of the minds that designed the texts that I used to compare this age. Further proof that though their art further proof that through their art the Dunny masters were indeed creating marvelous worlds they wrote. Were indeed creating the marvelous worlds they wrote, and not, as many mistakenly thought, merely building links to pre-existing worlds. While most of my constructions have been based on Dunny designs, I see now that the ones I have imbued with the power of 5 are clearly the most beautiful, the most perfect, and I believe the most structurally sound. I'm still attempting to determine how the Dunny color symbology reflects this superior design principle. Although superficially it is based on a 6 color system, I'm convinced that there has to be a deeper connection to 5. I will continue to investigate. And then he's drawn these here. I don't know. Like, if we look in here, let's look in this book that Atris gave me. So, problem now is Gen. I'll never be able to rescue Catherine and relocate the islanders if he is still the man he once was. That's what he writes there. I don't know if... Okay, let's see. Haven't seen him for over 30 years, but history forces me to assume that he is still a threat. His myopic mission to restore the Dunny civilization has left too many innocent cultures dying in its wake, and would continue to do so were he to once again be free of the confines of Riven, or the Fifth Age, as he coldly titled it. The universe has been safe from his corruptive influence for the last 33 years because no one has been able to leave that age. The last linking book out of Riven having been lost in the star fissure upon my return to Mist. I was again... Okay, that was my intention, to maroon my father on Riven by removing all the existing links to other worlds, and since the art of constructing books has long been lost with the fall of the Dunny, he would be trapped there for the remainder of his lifetime and effectively segregated from the countless other worlds that he would be invaded. So Gen is Atris's father. At least that's what it sounds like. In effect, that is what we have achieved. But the way it fell, however, was no one's ideal. Though the sting of the incident has gradually faded from my memory, The deep pain of the responsibility for what actually came to be has never left me. At the time, it seemed so clear. Gen's destructive path could not be allowed to continue, but it was never my choice that the innocent inhabitants of Riven, who had already suffered so much, would be the ones to pay for it. Enough. To dwell in the past is to die in the present. The situation is not the same as it was then. The knowledge I've acquired in the years since that time has yet to be applied to this problem. This seems to imply that Gen is Atreus' father. So I think that's... Unless I'm too tired and I'm reading it wrong. Which is possible. Okay. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what these are all about, like these things here. It makes sense that he is the first one, because what he's writing about here is they discovered one, and they went out and got it, and then another one came in. So... And then these books are just got black. They've been redacted. Well, I think I am probably done. I'm getting pretty tired, and I don't know. Burning books for energy. Well, those books were getting hot on their own, right? They were. So he's complete in his journal, and he was complaining about how hot it was getting in his room because of these books that he was written that were unstable and that just started on fire or whatever. So that's what this is about, I think. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call the stream there. I can't believe it's been 4 hours already. On one hand, it flew by. On the other, it didn't, because we were stuck at the end here. But I'm really happy that we made the discovery about the numbers. Merry Christmas, Will. That made me very happy. But yeah, I hope everybody has like excellent holidays, and yeah, I don't know when the next time I'll be streaming. It won't be tomorrow, obviously, but at the very latest it'll be next Sunday. But I'll probably like I'm still off for like another week and a half, so my holidays are only half over at this point. So I'll probably be streaming sometime this week. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. More Riven. I should probably save. I haven't saved all night. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see everybody next time.